I have a friend of mine named Phil the North, and I call him Phil the North, well, because he lives in Maine, and he's Phil the North. And just to be a nice gesture, he knows I use a cane, because as everybody knows, if anybody doesn't know, I have muscular dystrophy, and that's why I use it. But he sent me this wonderful cane, and all that was inside it was a box and a note that said "Enjoy," which was one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten from anybody in my entire life. It moved me, and I sent him an email and thanked him. But it reminded me of a poem I haven't read in a while. It's called Cane, and it's something I wrote a long time ago, and I have an old cane at home that prompted this poem, and now this is going to be a new cane with the same premise. Cane. Wood stick with rubber tip, an extension of myself. Wood is hard as my stubborn nature, its dry splits and knots, representing years of life in both knowledge and experience, curved like the many paths taken. Rubber tipped the cushion of blows, like my smiling disposition always has. It supports me without complaint, always by my side or leaning in my chair, my sturdy friend with assorted nicks and scratches. I am probably not its first owner, depending upon its assistance. Its wood is filled with the souls of others before me. It is not just a cane. It is history, soon my history, a history that will pass to another. This wood stick with rubber tip, cane. And a big thanks to Phil for giving one that I can call my own and start my own history with. So. And while we're still on the subject of Phil Davis, Phil the North, he wrote a poem about 1040 instructions in honor of tax time. And it's very interesting. Not a line of it is his. All of them are shamelessly lifted or occasionally rearranged for effect. And it's directly from the instructions with some deletions. 1040 instructions, package 140-10, January 26, 2009. Who must file magnetically before you begin, before you call, making the call before you hang up? Foster child, adopted child, married child, qualifying child of more than one person, kidnapped child, exception to time lived with you. Husband, wife, business, domestic production activities deduction, qualified joint venture, were you a statutory employee? 812-990, all other personal services, innocent spouse relief. 5-year property, 5 years. 7-year property, 7 years. 10-year property, 10 years. 15-year property, 15 years. See where this is going. 20-year property, 20 years. 25-year property, 25 years. 50-year property, 50 years. 3-year property, 2 years. Indian reservation property, exception for creative property. Death of a taxpayer, short tax years, half-year convention, mid-quarter convention, mid-month convention, claiming a refund for a deceased taxpayer. Bankruptcy cases, gambling income, bartering income, dishonored payments, miscellaneous expenses, penalty on early withdrawal of savings, deemed sales by expatriates, exception to citizen test. Enter the amount from Form 1040, line 38. Subtract line 4 from line 3. Is line 5 more than 122,500? Divide line 5 by 2,333. Multiply line 6 by 2% and enter result as a decimal. Multiply line 2 by line 7. Divide line 8 by 3.0. Subtract line 9 from line 2. Enter the result here on Form 1040, line 42. Simplified method. Summary.
Chris, can you pull the mic down just a little bit? Thank you.
Excellent. So I do taxes, so I know all about that, but putting it in a poem is something I would never want to do, but thank you, Phil. Okay, and here's one of mine. It's an older one. It's not actually older. It's kind of newer. It's called There Goes Another Rubber Tree Plant. Once again, another ant that can't pulls down another rubber tree plant because he has high hopes. But is hope something we still have? In a world of possibilities, our high hopes have all but disappeared, only replaced by despair, awaiting the so-called bottom to fall out. We forget the words to this familiar song as we have eaten the apple pies in the sky, forgetting how simple it is to simply try and strive to do the impossible. Why labor on the reasons why not, when we know that we can? The human condition was built on higher hopes that we can get up the next hill, climb that mountain. But it is silly to put faith in such a simplistic song, because we all know an ant can't move a rubber tree plant. Or can it?
Yay.
Thank you.